of your most prized possessions to Mike
70.
Spreaker FM 88.9. And we're back on the air here on GJRB Online, and welcome back to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, here on Spreaker. Across America and around the world, a couple of minutes, we'll take a look at our weather on the fives, and take a look at some temperatures nationwide, and join our friends at our weather Nation, which is on the Roku box, kind of give you and I like Weather Nation because they kind of give me the weather, and I can be able to run their weather instead of trying to come up with weather information. And yeah, I do take shortcuts on this radio station, and I do run news from different sources because I need to, because I don't have all the time in the world to prep. So this is kind of a quick shortcut in getting information to you, even if it's from another source. And yeah, like other radio stations do that. But like I said before, I do that because I need the... I'm doing a freestyle Saturday, a freestyle show. And I'm at the point where every once in a while I'm going to do this kind of program. I like prepping my shows and putting them on. But right now, I don't have that much time to prep anymore. I have so many things I'm doing at the same time. And today has just been one of those just crazy days that I can't seem to focus at all on anything. And I get frustrated a lot of times. And today is one of those days, gotta tell you. I just don't... I need to shut this tape off. That's why I'm not getting the weather. All right, now it's 67 according to the Weather Nation people, and they have a blank screen, so I'm not seeing anything as far as the Weather Nation. So I don't know what's going on there with them, so I'm going to reboot that. Let's see if we can... let's see. Okay, I'm going to exit and go out. Close. Channel is offline. Okay. For some reason the channel is offline. So we don't have temperature. So what we'll do is, with that in mind, I'm going to for some reason the channel is offline, and I don't know why, but there you go. All right, tell you what we're going to do then. I'm going to, since the weather is not functioning right, I'm going to do my freestyle thing and just skip weather on the fives this time around because I didn't have any temperatures ready. So I'm going to just write a bunch of cities that I know I want to do weather for, and we'll write those down. And the next time we do weather on the fives at 25 past 4, if we don't have our guest on, I'm just going to do a freestyle program. Right now, though, let's see. I'm going to throw in a tune to get us to the top of the hour, and then I'm going to come back and call Ben. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get back and call Ben. So I'm going to throw in a tune at this point, another upbeat, just something from my playlist, and try to call Ben during the break. So I'm going to go in and pop in something from my oldies, or something from, why don't we throw in something from my moderate recurrence from my regular playlist, and do that, and see if Ben is out there. So why don't we do that? Here is a great country song we've been playing for a lot of years by Deion Sanders. This is called Nothing But a Good Rain. Listening to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra.
You think I'd know better than standing in the rain. But I love the way it feels. It's like a good cry on a long sleepless night, waiting for a broken heart to heal. There's nothing like a good rain to wash the dust away. I lose a little yesterday with every drop that falls. So when I let the tears flow, that's my way of letting go. I know I'll make it through the pain. There's nothing like a good rain. It's been a long dry spell, like a use a thunderstorm, hoping clouds will hide all memories, waiting for a cold wind to carry me away from here. Oh, sunshine is the last thing that I need. There's nothing like a good rain to wash the dust away. I lose a little yesterday with every drop that falls. When I let the tears flow, that's my way of letting go. I know I'll make it through the pain. There's nothing like a good rain to wash the dust away. I lose a little yesterday, every drop that falls. So when I let the tears flow, that's my way of letting go. I know I'll make it through the pain. There's nothing like a good rain. I know I'll make it through the pain. There's nothing like a good rain. Nothing like a good rain.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America, and Nothing Like a Good Rain by Deion Sanders. On GJRB Online, didn't get an answer on there, although I'm looking on Ben's chat room there, and it's lit up, so I'm thinking that he's there. So I'm hoping maybe he reached it. Hey, Gary, I'm sorry got called into work an hour ago, buddy. I figured that. Need to ask you a question about your job. And the reason I'm asking this is because we're going to have to this is going to have to be the last time I do a Saturday show for a while for you, because you have to work on Saturdays. So I'm going to just call that quits. If you get a day off, call me. We could do a show spontaneously, because it just doesn't seem to be working on Saturday lately. So again, I will leave you a message, but it's not working on a Saturday. I'm going to just have to say that's it. You can't seem to make it to the show. It's best to just say that's it, because I can't plan a show and have this happen every time. I have a backup caller. I'm going to get a hold of him. But it's not working, Ben. I'm sorry, but we just can't seem to be connecting. So I'm going to have to say that's it. As far as that's concerned, we're just going to have to say I'm not doing no more shows on Saturday. with this in mind, because it just doesn't work. In just about a few minutes, I'm going to get a hold of Blake Myers. No, hoping maybe he's around. I'm going to get a hold of him, and we're going to see if we can get him on. He is riding his bike in the Ragbri here in Clinton. He has a unicycle that he rides. He's going to be riding in Ragbri, and I'm thinking about getting a hold of him like real soon, and maybe perhaps we could have him on the air today. So why don't we look at that for the next hour? It is, let me see, what time is it? A little 3 minutes past 4 o'clock right now, Eastern Central Time. Central Daylight Time, 4:03 Central Daylight Time, 5:03 Eastern, and it is in the Pacific right now, it's 2:03. And like I said before, it's not that I don't want to do it, but Ben, I can't plan a show around you on Saturday anymore because it's just not working. If you have to work on Saturday, that's great. You got to earn your money, but I can't go by that anymore. So that's the last show I'm scheduling with you around it because it's just not working. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, Ben, is I'm going to take a program break. I'm going to play a tune. Let's play something from my GJRB list. And it's one of the songs that I co-wrote with my good friend Gary Unger, a song called Oh Baby Doll. This is Rusty Stratton on GJRB.
Oh baby doll, you have soft hair so beautiful. Oh baby doll, you have warm, tender lips. So sweet to my mind, bring me your love, your sweet caring love. Every time I see your angel smile. Oh baby doll, Lord knows this is much more than a new beginning. Oh baby doll, a beginning of a real true love situation that was meant for me. Yes, it's much more than a new beginning, darling. I hope and pray you'll always want to stay. Real true love. Yes, I thank God Almighty you're so much fun. And you're so good to me. Oh, baby, don't. You have soft hair so beautiful. Oh, baby doll, you have warm, tender lips. So sweet to my mind, bring me your love, your sweet caring love. Every time I see your angel smile.
Got somewhere to the blues today, folks. You know, Ben can't make it to the show. Oh well, that's the last Saturday I'm planning on it. Here's Wayne Whiteside and Worry About My Heart.
The hangover this morning, really not that bad. I got ways of getting through this. I start talking to my cat. this time. She has to listen to me. And she'd like to go to sleep. I can still hear her screaming why. She's not the one that led, she's the one that cried.
Yeah, Wayne Whiteside on GJRB Online with Worried About My Heart, one of the latest songs we've been playing by him on the GJRB list. Here on the Gary J in the Afternoon, Gary Russen program, Saturday edition, Saturday extra. And I do this extra show on Saturday, not just for Ben Ostman, but also for anybody who would like to get on the air with me to talk about stuff. And I do an extra show just because I like to do radio. But Ben had just contacted me. He got called into work. I like to know what kind of work he does that he gets called in a lot like that, especially on Saturday. And when we had planned for us to be on. So I don't know. This is the last show that I am planning around him. As far as that is concerned, the Gary Russell program, Saturday Extra, is not for him. It's for me, because I love doing this show. And it's for anybody who would like to be a guest on this program on a Saturday. And I'm done. Completely. I mean, that just done planning shows around that. And if I'm going to be blown off so many times, I know he has to work. I understand that to earn a living, and he's got to make his bucks, and he's got to do that. I can understand that. But it's just very interesting how he's called into work every Saturday that I have planned to have him on. It blows my mind to extent that I'm going, why do I do this to myself every Saturday? I said I was going to do it every Saturday until he gets on, and he says he's good for another week. He's good for another week. And then when I do that week and I go on the air on that Saturday, there's no Ben. So I'm through. I'm done. Next Saturday, I'm playing jazz. Okay, next Saturday, which I believe is the 27th. No, that's not 27th. Not 27th. Next Saturday, that's it. I'm through. Next Saturday, I'm scheduling the Blues House. Yep, I'm going to do the Blues House. Gary J's Blues House next Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central on GJRV. Because it's to a point where I'm going, man, it's just nuts. Now, he just sent me a message, and I'm going to read it to you here as soon as it comes up. Where is it here? Gary, on emergency today. I'm sorry, I thought I messaged you before, but it didn't send. I saw that message before. And then I said, I kind of figured. Then, hey Gary, I'm sorry, but I just called an hour ago, buddy. And then I said, Ben, and I just sent this message out about a moment ago. Ben, I'm sorry, I just can't do no more Saturday shows around you if you are called into work. What kind of job do you have when you get called in? I'm sorry, we are going to have to forget it for now until we can have some kind of day off. I can't do this anymore. He repeated. He responded. I agree. I'm sorry. It's just been too unpredictable. I work operations for a RMU, whatever that is, in Neville Island. Sports complex. They just haven't found anybody for weekends, and I get stuck going in. I love my job, but this is getting real annoying. And I guess I can understand that. Sports complex in Neville. I've heard of Neville Island. I'm not exactly sure where that's located. I've heard of Neville Island. I used to hear them talk about that on KDKA. And then Blake, who just posted, should I call in? Whoops. Neville Island, though. I've heard of Neville Island. Where is that at? I hear them talk about that on KDKA, but I'm not exactly sure where Neville Island is. I've heard them talk on KDKA, though. But we have on the line instead Blake Myers. Hello, Blake, you're on the air.
Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, I was having an interesting day today. A friend of mine in Pittsburgh who has to work on Saturdays, he gets called in quite a bit, and it's been really interesting because in frustration, I plan a show around this and around him, and every so often something just happens that he calls out. And I understand he gets called into work a lot, but it seems like it's been happening so often, and it was getting kind of frustrating. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating to him. I can understand it. but it sometimes will look kind of funny to you, doesn't it? You know that it happens like so all the time at the same time. It's just I don't know. But thank you for taking time out. Wow, riding a unicycle in RAGBRAI. That's an interesting. Oh my gosh! Now, aren't you like? Is that's a one-wheel bicycle, right? You're afraid of like falling on your face.
Well, I'm not so much afraid of falling. I've been riding for I think it'll be about 12 or 13 years. I'm a little nervous about all the traffic of the bicyclists. That's something I'm not used to.
Yeah, because you gotta go their pace, don't you?
Right.
Oh my.
Yep, I'm kind of subject to whatever they're going to do, and luckily it's a pretty big unicycle. It's got a 36-inch wheel, and so I'll be sitting up much higher than any of the bikes, and so I should be pretty well visible.
Well, yeah. Wow. It's like when you saw, and I saw that because I saw your video the other night, and I thought, wow, that's an interesting attempt. It's just too bad RAGBRAI's not coming through Clinton. Some years they do. Some years they do. To dip their bikes in the river, but they're not doing that this year, unfortunately. If you were to do that any other year, I would be down with a camera. I'd be doing a video for my YouTube channel, and it would be absolutely fabulous. I mean, I would love to just like come out there and meet you. It's just too bad it's not coming through Clinton. Darn it.
I know. How much further south is it? Do you know where the ending point is?
You know, I had no idea. I thought maybe you had that information. And don't you get a packet when you sign up for that?
Well, I haven't decided this year if I'm going to sign up and be officially part of the actual RAGBRAI route that they want you to sign up for, or if I'll just kind of be an independent.
Okay.
I need to kind of look into that to see what way's preferred.
Now, being an independent, what does that mean?
Well, that would mean that I find my own lodging, and so I can line up with friends or family along the route instead of staying at the designated campgrounds. And I think you also get maybe like a shirt and a tag for your bike and stuff like that if you sign up with them.
Wow.
But I'm not sure if it's kind of an unnecessary expense. I haven't really looked into it yet.
Well, when does this take place? When does RAGBRAI happen, actually? Isn't it July?
Yeah, it'll be July 20th through the 27th. It's a Sunday to Saturday or Sunday to Sunday. And the route, I know, begins, it's more south this year. It's going to go through, like, Winterset and Atlantic and Indianola. And then I can't remember once it gets over to the east part of the state what the towns are, but it's one of the shortest and least elevation routes that they've ever had. So that'll be
a little bit easier, because I know we have to pump. And I mean, I thought about it. You know, I had a really good 10-speed at one time, and I thought about it one time doing that. That was before I got married. I thought about entering that, but it takes a lot of. You have to be like really in shape for that. I mean.
Yeah, and that's one of the things with the unicycle that'll be much more difficult is I don't have any way to coast. So I will be pedaling every inch of the way. And I've also got such a large tire, which will help me distance-wise, but it's a lot more leverage to crank that thing up a hill.
Oh, yeah, I imagine. And if you're going up a hill, I imagine that to be kind of scary, too, thinking you're going to kind of fall over.
Right, and so I don't know, with it being the least hilliest, I'm relieved, but I guess if I come to a real steep section, I might just walk it up.
Yeah, I would think.
Just do it.
I would do that if I had a unicycle. Wow. We have one guy, I think, here in town, there in Clinton, but he's a clown. He has a clown act, and every once in a while he'll be riding his unicycle. Now, he did that a couple of times here in Clinton. We have, it's the next town over, which is Comanche. And he would go to Comanche Days, which happens in August, and he'd be riding his unicycle all the way through Comanche Days to the Platte Park in Comanche, Iowa. And but I haven't seen him lately. He's somewhere in Clinton. I don't know exactly where, but I've seen him ride his unicycle quite a bit. So there's like one person in town's got one. That's all I know so far. But I think he uses it as part of his clown act. It's not anything that he really, I don't know, takes seriously. I'd have to see if I can get a hold of him or find out who he is and have him on the show one of these days. But I think it's interesting to have a unicycle. I've seen, this on TV shows like, I think I've seen it at one time on Lucille Ball. I think they had a unicycle episode once. And I thought, wow, then I think there's an episode of Full House, I remember straight, where they're doing a telethon, and I think one of them goes riding the unicycle through. I think it was their neighbor. What's her name? Anyway, unicycle, that's absolutely interesting, though. So that's the one you ordered, and I remember you got it. I remember seeing your video when you received it.
Yeah, so what it is a company up in Canada that I reached out to that carries a specific German unicycle that I've always wanted. And I kind of mentioned the idea to them, and they agreed to kind of partially endorse me to do the ride. So they sent me the unicycle and some t-shirts and stickers and equipment. And we've kind of been back and forth communicating, and that's kind of how it's working out so far. So.
Yeah. Yes, I had to mention that, and I know you had said that idea that I had here. What I was doing was, and maybe you've seen it pop up and you don't know why, but but see, what I'm doing is I start my Spreaker Studio up, and then what I do is I disconnect purposely the computer from the internet for like about a half hour. Sometimes I go half hour, 20 minutes, and then when I plug it in, I get extra time. I don't have to flip all the time. So it kind of purposely gives me more time if I'm offline for... Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. If you're unplugged from the internet, I can't think about how you'd still be streaming.
But I wouldn't be streaming. I have my studio Spreaker up, okay? And when I disconnect it shows it's disconnected. It's going around and around, okay? But when I connect, it just shows that I just started. So that whatever time is left on there, that by the time it's done, it's giving me like about, but it's still, Spreaker shows me 45 minutes. It doesn't say that I'm on for an hour and 20-some minutes.
Interesting.
So, but I'm really working so hard as to try to get the upgrade. But right now we've been in financial issues, so it's been, I kind of have to put a hold on it again, so.
Sure.
I'm doing it this way to maybe not have to flip so many times, but I get kind of frustrated sometimes. But today's been kind of one of those days. Like I said, I'm doing this Saturday extra show, but what's happening is that person that I planned around he's in Pittsburgh, and he works from some sports facility, and he is getting called in all the time. So it's like I'm done on Saturdays with him as far as that's concerned until he gets some kind of day off or something, or when he's available to be available on Saturday again. So I'm just putting a hold on it, So I'm going to do blues next week. I have a blues show. I just started it about last year. But, and did you notice I count my shows? What that is if you say 103, that's season 1, episode 3, like TV. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, sure.
So, I could build up so many episodes, but if I'm not on with that particular show for a while, I continue the season. But I'm thinking of maybe doing like 10 shows and then go off for a while and do season 2 and stuff like that, because I have too many shows. I already said I'm cutting down. I'm not. I'm cutting down on some of my shows. I'm taking some off that I just don't do anymore
Sure.
because I have too many, and I don't have time to do them all. But anyhow,
Same here.
yeah. Because I noticed you haven't been on for a while, and I know that usually you've been doing some shows. I like the sound of your system going into that your shack there.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get back on more regularly here. It's just tough to find the time. Right now is my busiest season at work. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you do a video? You said you did a video. You doing your show there.
I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to live stream a video as well as the Spreaker audio at the same time. So.
Yeah, because I'd like to see a lot of the stuff that you do and everything there. Because that is that is an awesome setup. I mean, that is one of the best radio setups I think I've seen in a long time. And it's better than mine. But that's great. I'm hoping maybe now if you succeed in this, you're going to be doing more of those rag brides, and I'm hoping that maybe eventually you might come through Clinton and be absolutely fabulous.
We'll see. Depending on how it goes, I don't know if I'll pick up any other sponsors or how that'll work out. That'd be kind of neat to have other people supporting it. As far as that goes, to make it worthwhile, because it's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, I imagine. But you might. We'll never know. We might see you on TV, because I know that's a big media event.
Yeah, we'll see. And I need to look into that, too. I know that others have done it on a unicycle, but I don't know to what extent they've done it or any of the parameters or anything like that. So I'm going to try to find that information too. That way, if I'm the first that's done it or the first on this size or whatever, I can advertise that ahead of time.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good publicity. Absolutely. That's going to be interesting. So I really wish you a lot of luck on that.
Yeah, thanks.
And I said when I saw that, I said, "Man, gotta have him on with this. This is fabulous. Unicycle thing really is neat." Yeah. So what do you got going on today?
Well, I've been doing yard work pretty much all day up to this point, and now I'm thinking about putting some shrimp in the fryer and relaxing.
Oh, fabulous. That was to help you tune in. Man, I'll have to pull up some green onions, man. I'll play you some Booker T and the MGs.
Sure, that'd be great.
I pulled that out of my oldie stash. So, yeah, that's great. But, best of luck to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'll pull up the show and continue listening.
Alrighty. Thanks a lot, Blake.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye now. Absolutely fabulous. Blake Myers, and he's going to be riding his unicycle in the Ragbri Iowa bike race this summer. And unfortunately, I don't think he'll be coming in through Clinton. Although they've done that a number of years where they have dipped their bikes in the river in Clinton, but this year they're not. I don't know when it's Clinton's turn to have the bikes come in, but I'm hoping maybe 1 year when they do and he participates in that, we're going to set up some camera, get the camera and videotape that and put it on the GJRB TV YouTube channel, and that'd be kind of a cool thing. So that'd be good. That Ragbri coming up this summer, and I'll be watching for the publicity on that. Some of the spots anyway, and find out when that is going to occur, so that we can check that out. Because it'd be kind of fun to see him. On the TV. Hey, I know that guy. That's the unicycle rider Blake Myers from Boone, Iowa, and the race, that'd be absolutely fabulous. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now. I'm going to go to my Gary Russen program here because I know that we're headed into another break, but I'm going to skip the local spots this time and go right back in and just do straight 45 this time. 45, maybe 50 minutes of nonstop talk. I was going to do straight 45, and then we'll do another 50 on the other side. And we'll do a scroll through social media, where I do a little thing where I read some of the stuff from Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the sites, find some interesting news and stuff like that. So we're going to do that. And let's see some other stuff we got coming up. So it's going to be fantabulous. So just stay with me. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, on a Saturday afternoon here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Always fun to have somebody on the radio with us once in a while to make it more fun and more interesting. Yeah, I think I should have told him to turn his radio down. I can hear myself in the background. But anyway, that's all right. Let's see. We got coming up here more good stuff on the radio here on GJRB Online, and we're going to be taking a program break on a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon here in Clinton, Iowa. Last check, 68 degrees in Clinton. And we expect tomorrow to be even warmer with temperatures close to 80. Absolutely incredible. 80 degrees. And wow, so it's we got the spring back finally. It got cold there for a while, but we got the spring, and it's gonna get some nice weather from here on in. So get ready for that. So we're gonna get Blake's gonna fire up his barbecue. We're gonna play some music and fire up our show. Keep it going. Gonna take you out of the break. Be right back. More Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. Booker T and the MGs for him now. Green Onions on GJRB. Oops, turned the wrong thing down. Be right back.